the year after I graduated high school, I decided to wait a year before going to college, and I wanted to try new things I hadn't tried before. I wanted to live outside of a predefined structure, and I wanted to read the things I wanted to read. And I decided I'm going to read the Harvard 5-foot shelf, because that's the thing educated people should read. And I had this idea in my head that I was going to do this, and it didn't work out. And I couldn't get it done. I wasn't reading it. I would start something, set it aside, and I was having a really hard time that year. And my grandmother came to visit from New York, and we went to the Library of Congress together. And we were talking, and I was explaining that I was really having a hard time. I was pretty unhappy. I felt like I wasn't making of myself what I wanted to make. And my grandmother said, okay, I want to be part of the solution. I'll read those books with you. We'll read them together. And so we started reading them, and we would catch up once a week by phone about the things we were reading. So we started with the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin.
And then Madeline said, well, why don't you do this with your old people that you see at the hospital? I don't think they, I'm not sure they do it. And sure enough, I took the lead and set up the autobiography of Ben Franklin, and it doubled the membership in the people who came. They liked it. It sort of pulled them out of themselves. It made them look at their own problems in a very different, broader way, you know, and begin to realize things are not so different now than they were before. My problems are not so different than an awful lot of other people's. And I think it was also shared with the other people. So we call it the vintage, meaning old people, and classics, meaning vintage, meaning classics.
And one of the interesting things is that the subject of age rarely even comes up. It's the life that comes up. And there are people ages 60s through 90s in the group, and there are people there who are more than 40 years older than I am, and we have a lot of similarities between us that it's really sort of fun to experience.